Hey.
What's going on, New Gaming Order? I'm a Mitch. This is Alex Lexus coming at you. Our podcast for September 17th, 2015. Today we have an assortment of the panel, and I would like to get through this podcast pretty quickly. We're gonna kind of control getting into too much, but one thing I will say, I'm going to strongly suggest that you check out the director's cut so that we can get through the topic, but you can also enjoy the iTunes version of this product, right?
Yeah.
So, going around the table, starting with NGO Kosemi. I say Kosemi. Kasemi, yes.
Yes.
You don't like
yes.
that. You don't like when you mess up his shit, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit at all, man. Anyways,
All right.
what? Man.
What?
Oh, man, I'm playing.
Yeah,
but anyways, what's going on, people? It's your boy K-Simi here, fresh off of that Metal Gear Solid 5. I have beaten the game. I am ready for our review, just whenever we set that up. But the game is amazing once again. But hey, man, we're going to talk some games today.
Alrighty. To my cousin, Mr. Colossus Gokin. What's going on, man? Intro, what you got for us?
Game time, baby. Game time.
I wish the Giants had game time, but
all you know is just Taken King and Metal Gear right now. That's all.
Yes, Taken King. Yes.
All right, that's all there is.
Alrighty.
You're making wings.
What?
That mouth though, man.
Yo, shut up, yo. That last week was the best. All right, Snake. Quick intro. What you got for us, man?
Yo, it's your boy Junkyard Dog, and I got you a quickie. Confirmed Karen for Street Fighter 5. It's gonna be sick.
Alrighty. And to the senator, on your knees. Oh, aka Steve Austin. What's going on, man?
Steve Austin.
Doesn't he look like Steve Austin right now?
What?
That was a very long pause.
Why you car crash me, man?
Yo, we need that Mick Foley meme, yo. The music.
So, Chris, what you got for us, man?
Just a reiteration of something I've said numerous times before. If it's free on the internet, you are the product. As recently announced by EVG, they changed the terms of service. They will sell your info now. So if they weren't already selling it, they are selling it now. So if you have AVG, watch out. Your info, it's already probably out there anyway, but there's just one more piece of someone trying to get you. So just watch out for that.
Man, they're trying to sell you? Unbelievable. All right. Smart brother, what's up, man? Intro. No, he be messing with me, New Gaming Order. That's why I be, trolling him. go ahead.
Hello. Nice to see everyone. I have Metal Gear Solid 5 and still haven't played it yet.
Oh my god.
I'm still trying to play it myself.
Oh my god.
I'm a racing guy. Forza.
Shame on y'all.
So
I'm still trying, man. It's
well,
like
Forza did come out, and a lot of folks are engaged in that game right now.
Right.
So, all right.
Engaged in the game.
Oh, Shinwar, what's going on, man? How you feeling? I know last week you weren't on for, but
finally, the Shin War has returned back to the podcast.
That mouth though.
Yeah, man, yo, I was out of commission, but I'm back.
That mouth.
You had a
I
mission.
came to talk video games. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
I love it.
The laugh track. I gotta put that in here too.
Alrighty. And last but not least, my tag team partner, Mr. Nelson Del Rio, co-CEO, co-producer of this product. Nelson, what you got for us, man? What you got in your crib? Shout out to Michael Hurdle.
Hopefully I can find some information because there's not really much to talk about really this week except for random games that are popping around the surface, and hopefully if nothing comes up we can talk about that thing we said offline, remember? The whole thing.
Yeah,
we can talk about that. So
no,
I'll leave
because
it in your hands
of the current staff configuration, that might not be a good idea.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what the fuck is going on here?
Me and Nelson had a discussion. We have meetings, so we were like, we always are brainstorming how to, make the product better. So I mean, everybody's input is valued. So like, on your niece sends us input. I mean, anything you want to see, happen with New Gaming Order, hey, just say, hey, we should do this and that. Like, there's 3 of you who already tasked to do the Metal Gear Solid 5 review. So, I mean, you guys are gonna produce that. Hey, I don't want to micromanage. I know you got this. So,
Hey, on that topic, because I really want to do this, but with the MGO Online coming out, should we wait or should we just go ahead?
No, you could do it in parts.
No,
Like,
that's
you
a
could do-
separate. That's
yeah,
a separate review in itself.
From what I understand, most people recommend playing the game not even online.
But you know how people be like, people already hating like it's only half a game. How can you judge the game and it's only the online hasn't come out? So
the story is what matters.
That's not true. Metal Gear Solid has been all about the single player.
Yes.
Multiplayer is just an add-on.
I agree. I'm just saying, let's put it out there. But you know how people be, man. So want to be thorough.
Well, now that we're talking Metal Gear, this is probably going to take on 3 different topics and consolidate it into one. And we have to be careful of going off on tangents. We're going to stay on topic today because
move to the tropics.
What the? I swear, these guys.
It's already starting off bad.
You know what? Kissimmee, there was a show a long time ago that I think is still the trailer for this channel where we were laughing for the first 14 minutes. Like, we didn't even get through the first segment. It was because freaking Noop talking about like D-Lock and all this nonsense.
I think we're going off on a guys. I think we're going off on a tangent right now.
That tangent we're talking about.
Anyway.
On Alex.
Yeah.
Damn
anyway.
Alex, you fucked up already.
Metal Gear Solid has primarily been known to be even though it's a third-party product, it's closely associated with the PlayStation brand, even though it originated on the MSX, the Nintendo, so on and so forth, right? So, the sales charts for Japan popped up, and Metal Gear Solid 5 on the Xbox One did not sell well at all. It was dismal. You thought the UK was bad. This was even worse. Now, I don't have the specifics because I was watching another YouTuber who was talking about this in brief. And unfortunately, I had military stuff going on this evening, and normally I have my statistics in order. But please bear with me with that. But with the dismal sales on the Xbox One version of the units for Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, and just overall the atmosphere or the temperature for Microsoft in Japan, we had already talked about this back in June. I think it was June 17th, if I'm not mistaken. We did that podcast where, can Microsoft survive without Japan? And the third part of the topic is like, okay, now that you see the Japanese aren't really well receiving that system, the Japanese developers who are making the games that you and I all like may start pulling support from it, similar to like the Wii and whatnot. Because if they know they're not going to make a sale or make potential money, why develop on it if nobody's going to buy? So it's kind of like you can attack this at 3 different angles, but the main basis of this is Metal Gear is not doing well in Japan. It's doing, I think it was like 400,000 units were pushed on the PS4, and surprisingly on the PlayStation 3, 174,000 units, which is like odd, like for last gen. Still outsold the Xbox One version, so to speak. So it's just like, should Microsoft just cut their losses? Why are they like, stepping up to the firing squad and getting shot down over there? It's just something to think about. So
it probably has something to do with the fact that opening week they only sold just under 24,000 Xbox units for Xbox One in Japan in opening week. And as recently as sometime in July, they only sold 150. They didn't even sell 150 units in a week.
Yeah, so it's just
that's consoles, so that's piss poor performance. That's why you're not moving. They sold more on PS3 in Japan than there are Xbox units sold in Japan.
I mean, like as my cousin would say, the writing's on the wall. It's like Japan will not accept the U.S. system. It's just like, hey, it's like, this is our stuff. Even folks here are brainwashed to support the Japanese company and boost their economy and make sure they thrive. But you got something over here that's just, and this is just the patriot in me being whatever. But it's just
Guns at the Patriots.
yeah, he's catching on quick. But it's like, can Microsoft survive without the Japanese market? And this Metal Gear, the poor sales, it's kind of scary because when we talk about these third-party exclusives, it's turning into the PS2 era all over again. Like all these great games are just gonna be found on that system just because of the install base. But I just want, Chris, if you want to finish up, then I'll go to Khalif. I mean, what could they do to turn it around? Because it's just
aside from co-opting a bunch of great Japanese companies to make games for them, nothing. There's nothing they can do. Japanese are notoriously xenophobic with a lot of stuff. They love American culture, but apparently with their games they don't. Xbox is not pushing a lot of games that sell well, but the console market's drying up in Japan anyway. It's nowhere near what it used to be.
Yeah.
I think it's a dead end for them, and they should probably cut the cost because it's going to take a lot of money to get back in, and I don't think they're not going to either do the 100% that they need, or they're not going to be willing to throw that money at it.
Now, I also wanted to add before Kasumi goes, I don't even think, let's say the next gen, right? Even if Microsoft makes the perfect console superior to Sony, they still will not sell well over there. No matter what the circumstance, they just will not sell well over there.
And you're not selling software that's popular there. That's all it is.
Okay. Khalif, what are your thoughts on, I guess, the three different angles on this merged topic, so to speak?
Well, I mean, I can't really think of anything else to say more than what I said last podcast when we talked about the UK numbers. I mean, again, Metal Gear is, say what you will, but it is a Metal Gear, Sony franchise, PlayStation franchise. Now we're talking Japan. I mean, like Xbox has never caught on out there, so I mean, it's not surprising to me. As far as trying to stay out there, I mean, I don't think they should pull out totally and not sell consoles in Japan. I mean, because I mean, I don't think they should. I don't think they should pull all the way out. But
stay in.
You gotta stay in there, man. You gotta stay in there. You gotta be in it to win it. So I mean, and it's not like Microsoft is slacking on money. It's not like they're broke. They're gonna go broke for cutting a little loss for selling their console to Japan. They need all the consoles they can get to get out there. Yeah. So I mean, I don't think they should give up. They just need to, like On Your Knees said, they need to go ahead and invest in some more software, that would cater. Yeah, that appeal. I mean, I didn't see anything from the Tokyo Game Show, with any type of Microsoft backing.
Now you know what? On the 360, there was in its early life, there was a lot of games that they were like, we're gonna push to bring in the Japanese game base or user base, and that's one thing that you guys pretty much hit the nail on the head, where it's like they're not doing this as much. Why not? Hopefully it's not too late for them, because at this point it's just they're hemorrhaging money. You know what I mean? And for the Windows department and because there was an article that I read, and I will look this up. It's almost as if the Xbox division, you got the Windows side of things making all the money, and then it's like, are they sending money over? Like, hey, why we gotta pay for you guys that are failing? You know what I mean? You guys are costing us money. Where on this side we're making money. So it's like, what are they left to do? I mean, I have a what if, and that's probably gonna be on the director's cut. Like, what if Microsoft just leaves the gaming industry? Yeah, right. What would the landscape be like? But don't answer that now, because that can turn into a long thing. But with that, Metal Gear, the UK sales, the Japanese sales, and it's just not doing well in Japan on the Xbox side, and they're just sitting there taking it like money shots to the face and getting bukkake by these folks. It's like, what the hell, But if that closes your point, I wanted to give the floor to Goken. I see him running around. What are you playing back there?
You almost calling my government. Destiny, Taken King.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so what are your thoughts? Because I know you're pro Sony, so just make it quick.
I'm gonna make it real quick. Like again, the writing's on the wall. Game's over. Windows lost, Sony won, but there's still PC. Okay, that's it, guys. It's over.
Okay. Quick and easy. All right. So Snake, what are your thoughts on what's happened with the Metal Gear sales and just the overall forecast for Microsoft in the Japanese region?
Well, I just think it's a matter of, so I think, if I do recall right, Sony did originate in, like, Japan.
Of course.
So I think most people just simply own a PlayStation 4 because they've been with PlayStation their entire life and whatever.
But what about the Nintendo folks? Like,
yeah.
Everybody has played a Nintendo, the Famicom, the original. That's like baptism into gaming.
Yeah, but
what about that?
Metal Gear Solid 5 wasn't brought out for the Nintendo.
No. I'm just saying you made a point that everybody's been with PlayStation, so on and so forth.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like, what about the Nintendo base?
That's true. You know what I mean, like I'm just comparing two consoles right now, just the Xbox and the PS3. It's like, which is the biggest chance of them owning what console? And it would make sense that it would be the PlayStation. I mean, it may sound like racist, but it's like that's where the console originated from. I look at it from a little fighting game perspective. Most people found themselves playing on a PS3 as opposed to an Xbox with fighting games, but that's up for debate. I don't even want to get into that. Okay. I'm not saying that as superficial, but yeah, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Okay.
All right, on your knees. What are your thoughts? I mean, it's just Microsoft is just standing up for slaughter. Like, I don't know what the mindset is staying in that market where it's just worse than it's ever been for them.
This is all I have to say to Microsoft.
That's a low blow tag. Yo, that's Undertaker to Brock Lesnar kicking him in the jewels.
Can I just add one thing?
Okay.
Let's not forget that the PC side of it is doing well, and what they're doing with Windows 10 and the Xbox app potentially is what's gonna make up for that loss in Japan. I think once they can get Halo on PC, and bring a couple of more things to PC, it'll change the game a little bit.
Okay, so, that might work.
And I guarantee, man, if Xbox app can be the one to bring Destiny to PC, it'll change the game for them big time. So
now, what they need to ensure that going forward, because I got burned by this, where I bought what?
Got him.
I gotta watch these guys. But immature. I purchased gaming for Windows Live version of Street Fighter 4, and I had the 360 version.
Ooh.
You could see one another, like, if hey, you're playing on this console, you're playing on this platform, but I couldn't play back and forth. Now Windows 10 is going to eliminate that, but then if you purchase it on one brand, if I purchase it on Windows 10, I should be able to own it on the Xbox One. I shouldn't be purchasing it twice. You know what I mean? And that's what happened to me with that, because it's like, why am I...
Hey Alex, just to follow up on that, I think they're just gonna double charge you, man, because I have a PlayStation Vita, right? And I purchased Metal Gear Solid 3 on it, right? HD re-release and stuff like that. So I got Metal Gear Solid 3 HD on my PS Vita, and you got the PlayStation 3 as well, and then you got the PlayStation 4, but they won't give me Metal Gear Solid 3 on those consoles. It's like, no, you purchased it for the Vita. It's the exact same game, only I have it on a portable console. It's the exact same port.
They need to stop that shit. That's foul. That is foul. But okay, so
change the game for them.
Yeah, well, but they're trying to say Killer Instinct is going to be the first. Whatever you have on one, you'll have on the other. So,
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, so we'll see. So, Brother Noob, what are your thoughts, man?
Well, I don't ever, like, you talked about this a long time ago, how, like, Japan supports their economy and their system.
But we got people here that support them, too. It's just like, and
this is another thing that people forget, and this is kind of a reason why I give Xbox a lot of credit. Sony PlayStation was already a juggernaut in video gaming before Microsoft came out with a console. Like, we were like hundreds of games deep in the PS2, then Xbox was out, and people were like,
we're deep in the PS2.
Pause. Then 360 came and really launched the Xbox and really helped them kind of like take over or really make it a struggle for Sony, because Sony had become, you know, a little older and Xbox was the new kid on the block, and that's not easy to do in any business, take over from a company with such a great history and reputation. But this is what happened. Just like the PS2 and the Xbox 360 were curses. The PS2 set the bar so high that the PS3 couldn't meet it, which is why a lot of people felt like it was a letdown.
But also, it was the architecture of the PS3 that kind of choked it. You know what I mean? And that's been documented.
But now with PS4, they worked out the kinks and they're getting that reputation back. Same theory 360. 360 was so good. Now that Xbox One is out, people want more of that. It's hard to match that again.
Okay,
I'll attribute a lot of that to, you know, you got that console curse sometimes. But yeah, I don't expect Xbox to ever really make up in Japan. They're gonna have to really study that market over there and see what they're into. Because, you know, they get a lot of games we don't get. They be into that, you know that stuff.
Yeah.
That
dating
stuff.
simulators and all that craziness.
Yeah, and you know, like, we don't do that really here in America. That's more on the PC side of things. So if they know their console can do it, then they're more active by that console.
Okay. Hey, I have a question. I don't mean to get off topic too much, but I watch a lot of videos about, you know, just like NPD sales, and I like to watch, you know, a lot of different you know, YouTubers talk about sales and you know, stuff like that. When it comes to NPDs and just sales all in general, do you guys feel like it's wrong to discount like the other countries? Like when the sales come out, are you concerned about just the U.S. sales since we live here, or are the all around sales what matter? You know, I'm just curious.
It's like, can I go first? I just wanted to say that completely it completely depends on the game. So like fighting game genre, I would be more concerned about like whether it sells successfully in the U.S. Because, for example, if you go online, you won't see many people playing KOF, King of Fighters 13 on the American console. But if you go over to Japan, everyone's playing KOF 13. It's popular.
They got to do demographic studies and see what, you know.
So I like to look at things. I like to look at things from a microeconomic perspective as opposed to a macro.
Okay. But like, you know, Khalif, before I give Shinwar the floor, I look at the whole thing because as small as Japan is as a region, if something doesn't do well over there, you'll see the developers out of Japan, the studios that make some of the games that we're used to, just say, hey, you know, we're pulling support from something. You know what I mean? So look at what happened with Metal Gear Rising. It didn't come out on the 360 in Japan. It only came out in the UK and in the US. You know what I mean? Right. Because you already knew. I think that's the strategy that all the developers should be looking at. Okay, Microsoft's not doing well in Japan. Okay, fine. Don't cut off like a franchise to a certain console because it's not doing well over in one part of the world. You know, even though that's the homeland or the Mecca of gaming. But at least for the other regions that are still supporting a console, hey, at least get some potential buys, some unit sales, and so on and so forth.
Hey, Alex. I don't mean to cut you off or anything, but I'm taking a look at this. Like, everyone's video feed got cut off. Like, we're still fine on the stream, but...
Yeah, I noticed. I think it's a Skype thing. It's just acting up. But
okay.
Yeah, so, Shinwar, what are your thoughts on Metal Gear not selling well in Japan? Just how Microsoft is doing in general over there, and what if, like, you know, is it time to just, you know, pull out?
Pull out. Just say it, man. Just say it.
I'm trying to. I can't.
He said pull out.
All right. Yeah, your thoughts.
Well, I mean, even though it's like we treat Japan as the video game Mecca. Now, a lot of stuff does come out of Japan, but at the same time, North America is very strong in regards to its video game, software and peripherals. In regards to Metal Gear, it's kind of heartbreaking. You want to see it do well, especially over there on the Xbox One. But I think we talked about this. They're loyalists. Nintendo, Sony.
And for some of the mistakes that Nintendo has made, and they're still around, if that were an American company, and I put this topic or this response and review text video, if it was Microsoft that made the mistakes that Nintendo made, they would have been gone. And even to say Sega, when they were making a bunch of mistakes where they made too many consoles on top of each other, you know what I mean? Look at what they did to Sega.
I miss Sega.
They went Nintendo, and then that was the end of that war.
Yeah, so I mean, it's sad, that it's not doing well. But hey, you blame the people there. If they don't, they're loyalists to Sony. It is what it is.
But it's not just Japan. Here, some of the people that even watch this show, it's just they got Sony on the brain. It's like, like Nelson made a great point. It should be, and this was like an offline conversation, whether you support one or the other. I am different. Well, I support both, even though I right here, see this PS4. As much as I hate Sony, there's certain games I know I will never get on that one. So mainly Street Fighter, Last of Us, Infamous, things like that. So I get that, but you got a lot of people who are just backup dancers and will, you know what I mean? I'm not saying or begging like, hey, throw them a bone, but they should be more open-minded. I remember Nelson saying this straight up, like they're just not.
No, I think it's like that whole jazz with the whole like what is that, console fanboying and stuff like that. I think I'm pretty confident that the whole jazz with that is besides the fact once you get past the guys that are just straight up like this console's better than that console and stuff like that, because it's just a preference at the end of the day, people. Like you can go ahead and pull out
watching them though, bro. I don't know if it's just me, but I love watching them. I love Crap Gamer and Newt and all. I love watching them because it's so funny to hear them like really hate. They hate it.
I think that the whole idea is like it's fun being a loyalist to something. Because for example, if you're like, oh, are you a Patriots fan or the Dallas Cowboys? People are like,
I was gonna
Dallas
say that
Cowboys all the way and stuff like that. So.
Okay. All right. So to wrap us up, Nelson, since you got to, Nelson has a distinct advantage where he can listen to everybody's points and then he can counter and so on and so forth. Counter. Yeah. So Nelson, give us the bookend, man. What are your thoughts?
Fucking Skype.
Well, if we're talking about like, should they opt out of sales because they're not doing so well on a particular game or whatever, opt out, pull out, whatever you want to fucking call it. I mean, look, the topic at hand is that Metal Gear Solid, the Phantom Pain, is doing overwhelmingly better on one console.
Yes.
If it's not doing well on another console, it's not really a loss because at the end of the day, Konami is still making the money and the profit that is needed to be obtained from wherever the hell the source is coming from. Now, if you're talking about the console itself as in the company to get a seek of profit out of that, no, they didn't do so well and they lost out, unfortunately, because everyone knows that they wanted to either get it for the PlayStation 4 or the PC. Those are the two highest selling points of the game when it comes to all the platforms and such. So it is what it is. It's a loss. It's not a big deal. They deal with it all the fucking time. Sometimes Xbox has more sales with a certain game than Sony. It happens, tough loss. Oh,
Okay. In the end, just a quick what if. Again, this is gonna be probably like on a director's cut or probably a full topic maybe next week. But if one of the three companies were to abruptly leave the gaming industry, right now I'm looking at between Microsoft and Nintendo. Would another company come in? Would Apple jump in there? Could Samsung jump in there? You know what I mean?
Apple could it open?
What? Say again?
No. Apple.
Well, you got the
Apple's
Nvidia
dipping their toe
shield.
in there.
No,
Apple's dipping their toe in there, but they're not.
Yeah,
They're not serious about it.
But I'm just planting the seed, guys. I'm just planting.
Ho.
No, I can.
That's
I got an answer for you, Alex. Yeah, like basically to answer your question, like.
No. You don't have to answer the question. This is just to kind of brainstorm for another broadcast.
Oh.
So that because whomever is in the stream and this is just I need to start building going forward. Okay. But that's a good question for people to think about. So next week or whenever we revisit that, I just want the audience to get more engaged with it. So with that, we're gonna end this particular topic. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on Newgamingorder.com. You can always use your support. And for those who are watching live, stick with us for the director's cut. And for our YouTube folks, we'll see you on the next segment. Peace.